Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Technobabylon. When we left off last time, we were back as Letta. We bargained our way into a trance den, and now we are going to meet up with Jinsil. Jinsil sits in the bar area, awaiting your news. Despite the getup, she looks no more conspicuous than anyone else would in an environment like this. Well, yeah, considering, we had a floating head upstairs and like a dancing bunny or something, yeah, she fits in.
Salam, Mandela. I trust you made it here without too much difficulty.
More or less.
Nothing I couldn't handle. I'm not used to all this meat space stuff, though.
Nonetheless, you've proven yourself resourceful.
She really
You
has.
said you knew more about the guy who tried to kill me. You and your Jahilia.
Jahilia. In fact, there's been a breakthrough since we last spoke. Unfortunately, security is still an issue.
Okay, so...
It's a public server in a den. I guess anyone could be in here, even other cell agents.
It is good to see you understand the value of privacy.
I don't need anyone else finding out where I am. What do you need?
Jahilia's hackers have managed to block any further connections to this server.
Okay.
You must now help us in clearing out any remaining users.
But what are you gonna do once I've done that? Will you spill the beans to me finally? Yeah, actually, listen, I'm up for doing it. I don't mind puzzles and stuff, but you got all these hackers working for you.
Why can't you do it? You've obviously got hackers. Get them on it.
Unfortunately, our teams have done all that they can in blocking the ports. Those remaining in the server must be persuaded to leave.
Can't you just tell me now? There can't be many people left.
We must be absolutely sure of our seclusion. Please, do this for us, and we may share all we've learned.
Fine, I'll get rid of them. Don't get used to having me around them. Once this whole Nuked mess is sorted out, I am never leaving the trance again.
Yeah, and I'm still not entirely sure I can trust you. Alright, let's ask her some
Did
things.
you know where this sim was being hosted? It's a stolen street corner terminal in a dingy cellar.
A trance den, yes. We often use it as a meeting point. I have not been there personally, but my allies' reports have painted a vivid picture.
Yeah, it's a great place, if you're a rat or a giant cockroach.
Perhaps you can use this to your advantage? The conditions sound only a little way from intolerable. Those within the den may need only a little push to make it so.
You don't know how far thralls will go for a link.
Yeah, and also, if you're familiar with this place and your organization has used it before, then why haven't you taken more steps to make it secure thus far? You know?
If you're not in the den, where are you? Are you even in Newton?
My person is in a secure location. As to where that is, well, I'm afraid that's a secret.
Like everything.
Not even a clue?
All I shall say is that I'm meeting some old friends here for dinner.
Talk about multitasking.
Exactly. Hopefully you will excuse me if I seem a little distracted.
Alright, so...
Why this server? It seems like a strange place to meet.
Jahilia uses many such venues,
Compared to the whole net, though, it's so small.
which allows us to more easily determine if we are being monitored.
Ah, cloak and dagger.
And after we have concluded our discussion, we shall crash the server. There shall be no evidence of us having been connected.
But if you do that every time and you always crash the servers, then doesn't that, in a way, leave a trail? I don't know. It seems... I'm just not sure I'm buying her story. Like, if this is the routine way that they meet up with each other, why do they need me to kick all these other strangers out of here? Like, wouldn't they have a method in place already to make sure if they're discussing... I'm assuming that when they have their meetings, they're discussing secure information, so... It just seems suspect.
Who are these other people in here? Your pals?
Bystanders, members of the public, they come from all walks of life. Unfortunately, they cannot know what we are about to discuss.
And that's why you want me to remove them. It's not going to be easy.
You're resourceful, Mandela. You will find a way.
Sims like this are weird. There's a whole net to explore, things to create and learn, but people want to come somewhere that's laid out like a dance club?
Not to your taste?
It just seems like a waste.
Perhaps it lends familiarity to it. Unlike yourself, some may not be ready to lead a wholly intangible existence. But they understand the trance and the artifacts of life they know.
And for a trance venue, it seems so small. So, I know it's awful netiquette in a trance. I'm almost disgusted to hear me say it, but
You want to know more about the real me?
Well, yeah.
I mean, probably canned for secrecy and all.
You are correct. There's a reason we have our identities in here. Even you, Mother. Let's just say that outside, I work to do good for the world.
Well, so says you.
His interests match my own in that respect.
Alright, so tell me about Jahelia.
So, that organization you work for?
With. Jahilia's membership is non-hierarchical.
Sounds like it'd be hard to get anything agreed on.
Sometimes the differing viewpoints of members leads to a standstill. The ethical integrity is a refreshing change from my RL work, though.
Wasn't Guy working for you?
In a manner of speaking, sometimes we need to subcontract our tasks. For those matters, we'll recruit experts. Guy was such.
So, about Guy.
Word from Guy since I left Cell?
Guy was discharged from Cell shortly after their escape. He made contact with us and sends his thanks.
That's a relief.
And he did send us the email, so I think that's probably true. I don't think she's lying to us there.
If you want everyone gone, why don't you just crash the server remotely? I could have done that if you wanted. It would get rid of everyone.
It would, but would also call attention to us. Our hackers have blocked incoming connections. Resetting the server would disable this.
Oh, then everyone would just reconnect again.
Precisely. We've removed as many as we can over the net. The remainder must physically leave the trance by themselves.
With a little incitement from me, you mean?
Alright, well,
I'll get back to ruining everyone's evening.
Bitafik.
so for her, we can find her stash of stuff. Which I feel crappy doing, but I don't know what we're gonna...
Hi there.
None of these ones will talk to us. Alright, let's pop into the real world. So, let's see, what can we do here?
It's really, really uncool to steal from someone who's in the trance. But I'm in something serious. Huh.
No, she doesn't, she hid her stuff, so where did she hide it?
This is a lot of quanta for someone to lose in the sofa.
The sofa was her great hiding place? Okay, well, we got her at any rate. What about this one?
Hey. Nope, nothing.
Well, not that I really expected there to be.
Nah, mine's fresher. Besides, everyone else...
Okay, maybe something with the drink we have in the trance. Let's pop back in. We found all that quanta, so maybe we can do something with her at any rate. Also, I'm curious. Yeah, we can spend her credit. That's so terrible. Alright, let's grab ball. Oops. Ah.
A nice game, loser. Hey, how about best 16 out of 30? Ha ha.
Jerk.
Alright, El Mustardo, how's it going?
Hi there.
Yo.
Something tells me you're not very cheerful.
Well, he did just lose.
That obvious?
It's just that, well, it's a game. Isn't it enjoyable?
Less so when that asshole's on a winning streak, that's for sure.
What's the score?
At the moment, 15 games to 0.
Nuke me.
It's true. That guy has split-second reflexes. But the way he acts, I've got to see him beaten.
Is that guy cheating?
Well, he hasn't hacked the server. Maybe he just spends most of his spare time practicing.
Oh, could be.
What's going on in this sim?
It's called Grab Ball. I guess you could say it's a competitive reflex test. Each player has to hit the ball back at their opponent until one misses.
Oh yeah, I remember. This game's 100 years old.
Except it's first person. The ball has no gravity and keeps getting faster. You game much?
Not really. I'm more of a creative solitary sort.
Nobody on the friends list?
Hey! No, not many.
Oh, come on, Lata. Don't let a dig like that get to ya. This guy's kind of silly, though. I have to see that other guy lose. If he's already beaten you 15 times, like, if I were the guy who's so good at being a jerk about it, if I win 15 times and the guy I beat 15 times managed to beat me once, what, that's not going to ruin my day. Like, okay, you got 1 to my 15. I'm not a crappy person who would be a jerk like that in the first place, but, you know, I'm just saying, like, what's he hoping that the 1-1 would accomplish? It wouldn't really mean anything.
Who's the guy in the court?
The Zift out there is Domino. He's the reigning champ.
You don't like him?
Wouldn't be so bad if it was just him winning. Problem is, he's such an ass about it. Even when he's not talking, he just radiates it.
I need to clear everyone from the server. It's for personal reasons.
Sorry, lady, but I'm not going anywhere till I beat this guy.
What if I beat him for you?
Ha! Good luck.
You'd still get to see him lose.
All right. You've got a deal.
All right.
You beat him, and I'll retire for the night.
But if this really is about reflexes, then I'm in trouble, because mine are not great.
Got any more helpful tips?
What, aside from you can't win against this guy? Make sure you don't start your swing too late. Start your swing before the ball's reached your platform.
So if I'm having trouble hitting it,
Try swinging earlier.
I'll give it a shot.
All right.
Thanks.
No problem.
So, Domino.
There.
What's up?
So, you're Domino?
The one and only. No doubt you've seen my live feed.
Nope, sorry.
I guess you've come to get a glimpse of your sporting idol in action.
Not really. Just that your username's visible.
Better introduce myself. I'm Domino. I'm the den's reigning king of sport.
Jackass.
So, tell me about the
What are
game.
you guys playing down here?
It's a test of reflexes and coordination.
It looks kind of like tennis.
As if tennis is to this as chess is to the real-time battlefield command center.
But you still have to hit a ball back and forth.
If you want to be all reductionist, in that case, the trance is merely computing in your brain.
Could I ask a favor? I need everyone to leave the server.
Yeah, right. Why would I quit on a winning streak like this?
So if I beat him, then he really will want to stop. Let's poke at him a bit.
I still don't get the appeal of it. It's like hundreds of years old.
It becomes more refined every technological generation.
Yeah?
A true test of one's mental and reflexive balance.
Still, not my thing. I like to make things, to explore.
You're free to do that, I guess. Just one less thrall I need to beat on repeat.
One thing I have to give him, because she keeps trying to put it in there, I like to make things. I'm more of the creative type. Like, she's trying to be a little snooty about being more artistic or whatever, and I love that he's just not having it. Like, okay, if that's what you want to, knock yourself out. Like, he does not care. Doesn't even feel the least bit. He doesn't have the feeling that this guy does, like, oh, that other guy thinks he's better than me, and it irritates him. Like, he does not care that when she puts that, kind of slides it in there, oh, I'm more creative. Nah, he doesn't feel like she's better than him in any way. He just doesn't care. So, but I mean, obviously he's being kind of jerky too. But it is an interesting thing that she's talking about, well, this game's hundreds of years old, why do you care? But, you know, really, like, there's staying power with these things. Like, she's saying it's just like tennis, it's just like these other games that have been around forever. Yeah, and those games are still around. They're fun. People like them. Alright.
What would the sportsman in you say to a little bet?
Now you're talking.
If I can break your streak, you leave the server.
That sounds about even.
Don't you want something from me if I lose?
I don't need it. Every time I smash you, my streak gets bigger. That's all I need, since this loser stopped playing.
Go nuke yourself.
Well, let's do it. Alright, what I gotta do here?
Let's go.
Bring it on.
Okay. Oh,
Damn.
okay, earlier, for sure.
Damn.
Alright. Too early.
Damn.
Oh yeah! Another win for Team Awesome.
Okay, again?
Let's go.
Bring it on.
Hey! Alright. Shoot.
Damn.
Oh, too soon. Okay, okay. Way too late on that last one.
Oh yeah! Another win for Team Awesome!
Okay, one more go.
Let's go.
Bring it.
Ugh. Shoot. I'm gonna this is gonna be this is gonna be the kind of thing that I have to try just a crap ton off screen because I'm bad at it. I'm so bad at it, and I'm gonna keep losing.
Yeah.
I give up for now. I'll be back.
A nice game, loser.
Okay, so that does really... Come on, man. Whatever, good for you that you're so awesome at this one not that exciting game. Okay, what's the other game in here? Get nuked, eh?
Hey there.
Hey, you got here just in time!
For what?
It's the end of the world, baby!
Oh, like get nuked is in... Okay.
Here we go!
It's an apocalypse sim? I love the hands up on this one on the right. Yeah, apocalypse!
What a rush, huh?
What just happened? What is this sim?
Get nuked, man.
Excuse me?
That's...
Oh, sorry. That's the name of the sim.
Get nuked? That's a bit...
A bit on the nose, but it does what it says on the wrapper. That's what people come here to do. Get nuked.
I think I've had enough explosions for 1 week.
Yeah, I could see why she'd be feeling that. So,
So, what's it about?
end of the world simulation.
History of atomic warfare, baby. If you can think of a time where they've dropped the bomb, this sim gives you the chance to experience it.
Wow, I've seen people make some pretty weird stuff in the trance. I guess I'm not in a position to judge.
Darn straight. Besides, it's not just historical interest, it's for fun. With online map data, you can set it to nuke anywhere in the world.
Okay, so this one, oddly, I can kind of understand the appeal of, since it's just a simulation. I don't know, I like to watch those shows sometimes about, like, what would happen if humanity suddenly disappeared, like how long it would take everything we've made to break down and stuff. That's kind of interesting. So the idea that you could make a sim that would show you what, like, a gigantic nuclear catastrophe would be like if it happened, well, it's kind of interesting. I don't know, this one makes more sense to me than the Maladism stuff back at Vickerman Pharmaceuticals. So, is it a game? I don't think it's really a game, Lata. I think it's more just an experience.
So, what's the aim? Can someone win?
It's not a game, it's a simulation.
Yep.
Though sometimes we try to choose scenarios and see who can get the higher body count.
Huh.
I'm winning at the moment. Sarbamba, New Delhi, 2027.
I thought you just said it wasn't a game.
Not all the time.
No, you can make a game out of it with people if you choose to. That's all. So, where are we right now?
So where are we? The beach?
Siege of Singapore, 12 years ago. Smack bang in the middle of the Timuhani War.
Huh?
The most deadly atomic conflict in history, babe. China, Pakistan, and India. You're not from around there, are you?
Why do you say that?
Well, you kind of look.
I could be a bald man in my 50s for all you know.
That's a fair
Just thought I'd
point.
check. Don't bite my head off. You might have lost family in it.
I have no idea where I'm from. Refugee raised in Newton.
Oh yeah, we nuked them last week as well.
He's from America. Oh, he's from America, isn't he? Oh. Oh, now I feel kind of crappy. This is the perception of us, even in the future, that Americans just want to bomb everything. We don't. Most of us don't. All the rational ones of us don't. Bombing anything is horrific. The world would be a better place if nobody had nukes. Okay. So, I don't know. So I can kind of understand somewhat the appeal, except now it's a little, I don't know, it's a little too much. As we're talking to Morix, I'm realizing it's not really being very sensitive to, you know, like people, when he's saying it's a game about body count, like people actually die in these things, and there's lasting effects, like years later. There was an article that I was reading once about, like, Hiroshima and how, you know, there's still there can be lasting effects on people. All the horrible things that happen just because of there's the radiation in the area, you know? Like, I suppose I could see a value of a simulation if the focus really was on the history and the horror of the thing happening to impress on these are things we do not want to have keep happening, but instead this guy's just grossly excited about lots of people dying. Well, let's see what else he has to say.
What are your favorites?
My top 5: Castle Bravo, Hiroshima, Singapore, New Delhi, and Vegas.
How do you have a top 5?
Earlier wanted Nagasaki. Would you believe? I'm all like, they already did Japan 3 days earlier. Get some originality, man.
Can we have a go at flattening Newton? I'm in the mood to take it out on the city.
Sorry, babe. The server's only running the shareware version. I'm afraid Singapore's all we get.
Why are you here then? You sound like an enthusiast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Leon, the guy who runs this place, he lets me admin it. I'm in charge of all things atomic in this server.
Well then...
Is there any way to change the settings?
Singapore's the only map we've got in this version. Only thing you could do is tweak the bomb, really. And the user mortality setup, too.
This is awful, and we are going to get to that, but...
I'm Mandela.
Fearless Phil. Him over there is Vomitor. I help Leon out by running his nuke server for him.
Are you in the cellar? The den?
Oof. Meat space questions. We've only just met. I'm running an open line from home. My mom doesn't like it when I go to it. I mean, I've got my own specialized setup at my
Yeah, caught yourself there, huh? Well. He's... I don't know. My thoughts on this one are... My thoughts on this sim are changing, but mostly because of him. I could still see some value in it. I could. Just more the experience. Better if it were, like, fictionalized cities, you know? Not based on, like, real, actual... in the game. Well, in the Technobabylon world events, because that's pretty grotesque. So...
I was just wondering, would you be able to disconnect?
Would you please
I
leave?
can't really tell you why, but it's really important.
Say what? I can't leave now. I've got the nuke server to look after.
Maybe if you go when you next get killed by the blast or the fallout?
Hey, if mortality was on, we'd all have been wasted by that last one. While God mode is on, nothing can kill us.
That's quite an outfit you've got.
You like it? Classic post-nuke apocalypse chic.
You know, there are places in the world that have really suffered nuclear attacks.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone dresses like that there.
My style comes from the oldies. It's post-retro. Like, from before there were any of the big atomic conflicts.
So, movies and games rather than actual nuclear catastrophes?
Exactly. The real survivors are so downbeat, aren't they? They take all the fun out of atomic warfare.
Oh, those bombers. Guy, come on. This is... You're too much. So... He's wearing the fictionalized clothing about what these survivors would wear, but he's experiencing simulations of actual bombings. Yeah, he's got quite the disconnect.
This is horrifying. Hundreds of thousands of people died in Singapore when this happened.
Yeah.
I don't like to judge, but this is just so disrespectful to them.
It really is.
Nah, it's all cool.
No, it's not,
Every
though.
copy of this they sell, they donate 25% to war survivors.
But you're using the shareware version.
And that's
What's your point?
oh, no. So, I'm a little on the fence about the game itself. I think possibly the game's not necessarily horrible within the world of Technobabylon here. They do donate part of the profits, and perhaps in a normal running of the sim, it would be a lot more focused on the actual history of the events and how the conflicts happened, with an emphasis on really we need this kind of thing to be avoided and how terrible it was. It's just this particular guy is fixated on a different angle of it, and so the way he's running it here on this particular server is pretty grotesque. Okay.
Think you later.
Catch you in the afterglow.
Okay, so return to the hub. I don't want to do that. Yeah, what do we have here? That steel panel sounds promising. How about Vomitor?
Hi there. I wonder if he's ignoring me, or whether he just doesn't know I'm here. Trance does funny things to people's perception sometimes.
The participant stares transfixed into the ruins of the city on the horizon, as though hypnotized by the assault on the senses that is atomic war.
Doesn't look that bad. I don't see what all those survivors were complaining about.
Latza! Really?
In a sim like this, you could probably walk all the way into the city for the experience. It'd be a lousy view, though.
Okay, I'm getting kind of, I don't know, grossed out by the whole thing now. It's a little much. Oh, we have our drink with us in the sim now. That's interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at this panel here. Don't mind me.
I can't pull it off by hand. I'm going to need a way through if I want to find out what's underneath. That's odd. This rock has a steel panel bolted onto its side.
Well, what kind of tools do I have in trance? I got a drink. That's it.
It's made a mess, but it hasn't helped get the panel open.
I didn't really think it would. I didn't actually expect her to use the drink on it.
I can't pull it off by hand. I'm going to need a way through.
I do want to know what's underneath. Okay, I think we're going to have to roam around a bit.
Hi there.
Well,
Okay, this is kind of awful, but let's request it.
That was a blast.
sure was. You want to go again?
Let's do it.
Here we go!
I'm hoping that... Oh, that since we dumped all this stuff on the steel panel, it would mess it up, but I don't think it is. Nope.
What a rush, huh?
Alright, let's head out of here. Boop. And how are we going to clear all you guys out? Alright, is there anything else to interact with?
Hi there.
Evening.
So, about your money.
Hey, I don't know how to tell you this.
What is it?
Well, I was just offline a second ago, you know, finding some food. Anyway, I saw this guy going through your stuff on the sofa.
Oh, Nuke, you found it? Damn. What do you look like?
You know. What's the least horrible answer to give? Sconso Blue is just going to set her off after other people of our own social standing in the city here. And a part of me feels really gross saying that, because I feel like, well, there's a lot of people in Sconso Blue, so it's nice and vague, but then also it's scapegoating onto people who probably are, like, already, when we talked to Leon, he was kind of being a little disdainful of us at first for wearing our Sconso overalls. So it's scapegoating on a group of people that are already, you know, at the bottom of the social structure. And that's a really gross thing to do. I don't think I can do it.
A big guy, lots of muscle.
Wait, did he have an animated snake tattoo on his arm? White hair?
He might have.
Nuke, I know who it was.
Oh boy.
Kill that asshole when I get home. X is right.
He sounds like a terrible individual.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a thing I feel good about. She's gonna get in a crazy argument. Well, we stole her money, and she's gonna get in a crazy argument with someone that actually is not at fault.
Looks like they're just for decoration, not download.
Howdy there, miss. What can I get you?
Let's see.
Give me a nuclear winter.
On the rocks?
Wouldn't be a nuclear.
Or
I don't know, I have maybe a thought about that. It sounds like the kind of thing that guy would like. Nuclear winter, and he enjoys seeing things blown up. Let's give it a shot. So, I was wondering.
I don't think he'd want that.
Sure he would. It's his type of drink.
I don't think he'd want that.
Alright, well we're gonna not waste it then, because there's gotta be some use for it somewhere. Anything new here? Okay. Money?
I don't think.
Nah.
don't think he'd want that. It's not compatible.
Yeah, I wouldn't really think so.
I don't think he'd want that.
I think I'm going about this the wrong way. I don't think I gotta find something else that I can use on this panel. Let's get out of here. Back to the hub. And these dancers, I don't really have the first clue. If I could find some way to shut down the music? Because otherwise none of them talk to me. Drink?
Hi there. Hi there.
No? How about you?
Hi there.
Okay, this is accomplishing nothing for me. Okay, so we know how to beat the other guy. We just gotta... I gotta manage to not suck at the game.
Images of scenes and vistas other people have constructed within the trance. Nowhere near as good as mine, of course.
Well, where do you store yours? Alright, let's try talking to Jinsil. Any ideas? Nope.
I'll get back to room.
And he's just giving me drinks now. I know where else to go, right? It's just a nice little place. Well, we can pop out of the trance. So our lady from the couch is gone. Oh, is this maybe a vomitor?
Nope.
What am I gonna do with him?
There's only so much you can do with a crowbar.
I mean, I guess we don't really want to smash it, huh?
There's only...
I think we're done with the sofa.
I think I might catch something if I keep touching it.
It does look pretty gross. We already did what we needed with the pipes. I suppose we could head back out, but I don't know that we want to. Let's just try talking to Leon. Oh, hey!
Jesus Christ is coming! Repent! Turn
Can I
your
go in?
head to
We got the
his
water
light.
going again, so yeah, we got all we need for more wetware.
So, what's the deal with that guy
Who's
over
that
there?
man with the beard?
Oh man, I can't catch a break. That guy comes around here yelling about repenting and Jesus. He's scaring away my customers.
Can't you get rid of him?
What am I gonna do? Call Cell? If I leave the door, some thrall's gonna sneak in.
Oh, so I could have told her that...
Around.
Alright, alright.
If I'd known, I could have told her that the person who stole her money was some old guy and
Wages of
chased him
sin
away.
is death.
Excuse me?
It's terrible, but I don't feel bad about that. I don't like evangelism.
What's with the shouting?
I must call to the unsaved that they may hear. They need to know the word of God's love.
It sounds to me like you're harassing them.
Yeah.
Go on, what's the message? I'm listening.
The kingdom of heaven is nearly upon us.
Yeah?
We must prepare and seek his salvation. Turn aside from this false paradise of yours.
The trance?
Is he protesting the trance? That makes sense.
You don't like the trance.
It is a false promise of paradise. They will lead you into the belief that it can be achieved without faith in him.
So, you don't like the competition the trance gives religion?
Uh-huh.
Claims of those within that it is a new promised land.
In some ways I
But
could
is
see how it would be.
but a wretched hive of sin and debauchery.
No. You're ridiculous. Anyhow.
I don't like the word thrall, but I guess you could say I spend a lot of time in the trance.
Then it is my mission to save you.
No, please
I
don't.
must place you on the path to his salvation. I must show you the way.
I'll find it myself if I want to, thanks.
Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, I agreed with you. How does someone get on that path?
Hear me, my child. There are 3 stages. His kingdom, then the material, mortal world. Lastly, the mire of the virtual, wherein you are trapped.
So, how do I get out of the virtual?
We must start you outwards, and first give you an anchor in the material. While the virtual may seem to contain all the pleasures of the flesh, we must show you what the material can offer to begin the way up.
Which is...
The book says to use what he has given us, and I have powerful barbiturates.
I didn't see that coming. I thought he was going to give me a Bible. What?
You want to use drugs to get me off the trance?
The pleasures of the material can rival that of the virtual. Thence, we can lead you to those of the divine.
What church did you say you belong to?
Think of it in terms of replacement therapy. A tried and true method for recovery from addiction.
No, it's loving one addiction for another.
From the sin of the trance.
And he dodged the question about church.
I'm pretty sure my humanities teacher said that religious people have something against drugs and alcohol.
These are but substances that occur within his creation.
Well, then arguably
He
so is
has
the trance.
created the means that I may bring the flock to him.
He created
God
people and
created
they made the
people, right?
trance.
And people made the trance.
There you go. Good
So
job,
didn't
Latza.
God also make the trance by extension?
That is so, and its existence is such as the world is. But it is its sinful use, its perversion by mankind that leads the young away from him.
Is this a good spot for you?
I pray for the young, springing forth from within the den. With the message, I seek to show them his way.
And a lot of barbiturates?
I use what means I must, and what he reveals to me.
The cyborg by the den doesn't look happy.
He fears I will steal his custom, and rightly so. I will turn his customers, his victims, to righteousness.
No, you will turn his customers into your customers, huh?
But one step away from sin, and another on towards righteousness.
Still, you better watch out for him.
So this man considers computer use to be worse than drugs.
Have you been doing this long?
Many years ago, I was a sinner. I led a life of crime, of debauchery and hedonism. Eventually, I was caught by cell and imprisoned for drug peddling.
And that's what you're still
Isn't
doing.
that what you're doing now?
In prison, I found God, and he pointed me in this direction. While selling unlicensed drugs was a crime, their use in religious devotion is not.
Uh-huh.
You're charging me money before you'll give me anything?
Oh no! I cannot sell you the drugs. That would be illegal, a grave sin. Instead, I ask only for donations for my ministry. Then I can help you onto the path with the aid of his bounty.
Okay. We're gonna say it, because I have a feeling that this man is not actually religious either. He just sees this as a means to sell his drugs.
Sorry, I'm not really religious.
So few within this sinful city are. They couch themselves within the mire of the sin that is the so-called trance.
I guess people just don't have the time for it. They find ideas that make more sense to them in other places.
None should be more fitting than his word.
In my case, I like to make my own world. That's why the trance appeals to me.
It is blasphemous to seek to liken oneself to godhood. Babel fell for such a reason.
Okay, you shyster. Let's get some barbiturates, because I bet they'll be useful.
I've been thinking about what you've been saying. I definitely want to repent.
Hallelujah, my child. This is a glorious day.
So how much is it gonna
Yes,
cost me?
Rejoice.
Are you prepared to begin your spiritual journey?
Yes, praise be, etc.
Very well. But first, a donation is required.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what?
The means to salvation bear a cost, my child. Narcotics are expensive to come by.
You're just a drug seller.
Seriously though, I need those drugs. I want to repent.
I do not doubt your faith, my child. But we cannot proceed before a donation is made.
Oh, come on.
Otherwise, we might have every urchin taking advantage of his love.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Repent before it is too late. The wages of sin is death.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back and next time what I'll do is I think off screen I'm gonna do just a ton of playing the game with that guy until I manage to beat him. And then I'll come back and we'll buy some barbiturates from this fella. I don't
Turn your head to
want to buy from him first because I'm afraid that if I give him the Quanta chip, then like he'll take the whole, or the credit chip, then he'll take the whole thing or something. And I need to have credits to play the game, so we'll do it in that order.
Unsaved.